The anxious wait for the Lok Sabha 2024 results is almost over. The two biggest questions are, will the Congress be able to stop the BJP juggernaut, and how many seats will the South Indian states contribute to the BJP's tally, which is aiming for 400 par? With that in mind, we are now going to be focusing on the South Indian state of Telangana. In the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, out of the 17 constituencies in Telangana, the Telangana Rashtra Samiti (TRS), now Bharat Rashtra Samiti (BRS), was victorious in 9 and a runner-up in 7. The Bharatiya Janata Party, on the other hand, won the northern constituencies, namely Adilabad, Nizamabad and Karimnagar, and also won Secunderabad. While the Indian National Congress was victorious in 3 constituencies, Malkajgiri being one of them, where Revant Reddy won after being sworn in as the Chief Minister of Telangana following Congress's victory in the 2023 Assembly elections. Reddy gave up the Lok Sabha seat. But after biting the dust in the Assembly elections, the BRS has been sidelined during the parliamentary elections, making it a two-way contest between the BJP and Congress. Now the questions that arise are, will the Congress be able to repeat its stellar Assembly elections performance in the Lok Sabha elections too? Can the BJP fill the void left by the BRS and increase its seat tally to emerge as a force to reckon with in Telangana? One key point that has become clear is that both BJP and the Congress had tried to eat into the BRS vote bank in the Lok Sabha polls to emerge stronger than before. So who has eaten into how much of the BRS vote bank? Now, before we get into that analysis, let's take a look at the data from the previous Lok Sabha elections. In the 2014 Lok Sabha polls, the BRS won 11 seats, the Congress won 2 seats, Independents won 3 and BJP 1 seat. The BRS won with a vote share of 35%, while the BJP had a vote share of 11%, the Congress 29% and Independents 29%. Now, if we compare these results with the 2019 Lok Sabha results, the BJP stunned everyone by winning 4 seats with a vote share of 20%. Historically, Telangana has been a stronghold of the K. Chandrasekhar Rao-led BRS, which won 9 seats with a vote share of 42%, while the Congress won 3 seats with a vote share of 30% and 1 seat was backed by Independents with a vote share of 8%. The verdict on June 4th will answer how much of the 42% vote share of the BRS in the Lok Sabha elections would remain intact. Now let's take a look at the factors at play for various parties in this election. Will the Congress's guarantees sail its ship in Lok Sabha polls? The Congress party is banking on the 6 guarantees it promised in the run-up to the Assembly elections last year. 4 of these guarantees have been fulfilled. The party has also inducted leaders from other parties to increase its tally from 3 seats in 2019. Chief Minister Revant Reddy, who leads the Congress campaign, has vowed to take the party tally to 2 digits. The Congress, high on the Assembly poll success, is keen not just to retain but improve its vote share and seats with some natural advantages that come to those in power. But the ruling party also carries the baggage of social media-infused anger and frustration seeking instant results. The party that was battered during its 10 years in opposition by defections and low confidence fought back brilliantly to regain power, and that confidence continues. It is a big advantage that Congress has over the BJP and the BRS with some of the promised schemes launched. Next up, can the BJP beat anti-minority narrative in Telangana? The BJP depends on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who extensively campaigned in Telangana. Already, the Prime Minister and Home Minister Amit Shah have addressed more than half a dozen meetings during the campaigning in the state. The BJP in Telangana is riding high on the Modi wave, and the only mask they need is Prime Minister Modi's, whose charisma continues to awe certain non-political sections like the middle classes and the first-time voters, irrespective of his administrative achievements over the last 10 years. The BJP's anti-minority narrative is, however, catching up with those sections who generally vote more out of family compulsion than their personal choice. But this time, this section is getting highly vocal over their preferences. The last one is the tale of BRS's battle for survival. Despite challenges, the BRS is confident its decade-long development record will be enough to regain public confidence. BRS chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao hitting the roads infused energy into the cadre who were looking at either the BJP or the Congress to jump ships to. It is back in discussions, but it looks like the party has still not gained the confidence to hit, dent and change the set narrative of a two-way contest between BJP and Congress. After losing the Assembly elections in November last year, the BRS drastically began losing ground. Even as party chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao left no stone unturned to stop the downward spiral, there was hardly anything he could do to save his sinking ship. Following this, several BRS leaders jumped from the sinking ship to the Congress and BJP. From former BRS Rajya Sabha MP Keshav Rao to former Deputy Chief Minister Kadiyam Srihari to tall leaders like Danam Nagender, Ranjit Reddy, B.B. Patil and Konda Vishweshwar Reddy, all of them shifted their allegiance from the BRS to the Congress and BJP, thereby denting the BRS. The party is also dealing with the fallout of the arrest of KCR's daughter and senior leader K. Kavita in the Delhi Liquorgate scandal, which they claim is a case of political retribution. Let's now talk about some key constituencies and candidates in the state. The first key constituency is Hyderabad. Now, Hyderabad has been an AIMIM stronghold, with Owaisi winning the seat for 4 terms since 2004. Prior to 2004, Owaisi's father Sultan Salahuddin Owaisi represented Hyderabad in the Lok Sabha for 6 consecutive terms. Last year, Owaisi won the seat against BJP's Bhagwant Rao by over 2 lakh votes. In this key constituency of Telangana, this time around the BJP has made an interesting selection by pitting the party's newest firebrand leader Madhvi Lata. A classical dancer and entrepreneur, she is challenging the incumbent MP and AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi, who is seeking his 5th term from the constituency. The BJP perhaps wanted to create a buzz with a new name that has been all over social media but with no political experience or activity, as the party doesn't see any chance of winning here. Next is the Karimnagar constituency. In 2019, the party's firebrand leader Bandi Sanjay had won with a vote share of 43% and nearly 90,000 votes. This time, Bandi Sanjay is up against B. Vinod Kumar from the BRS and Velichala Rajender Rao from Congress. While Congress candidates have won the Karimnagar parliament seat 7 times, the BRS has bagged it 4 times and BJP thrice since 1952. Despite BJP not getting any seat, its candidate and sitting MP is himself leaving his party's campaign in the constituency. Chief Minister Revanth Reddy had campaigned twice in the constituency, while BRS party chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao has canvassed 4 times. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the constituency once in support of Bandi Sanjay. Congress, which has an alliance with left parties, is confident of winning the Lok Sabha seat with a majority of more than 1 lakh votes. BRS is assertive about regaining its past glory with a thumping victory. BJP, on the other hand, is sure of retaining the seat, defeating both the Congress and the BRS. The third key constituency is Chevalla. Now, in the 2019 elections, the BJP lost this constituency where it had fielded B. Janardhan Reddy. However, this time the BJP has fielded Konda Vishweshwar Reddy, who contested from a Congress ticket in 2019 elections from the same constituency. He is pitted against Congress's G. Ranjit Reddy, who contested and won from a BRS ticket in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. It is said to be a 3-cornered fight between the 3 of the richest candidates in the Chevalla Lok Sabha seat, parts of which comprise the IT corridor and the most upmarket localities of Greater Hyderabad, while the rest cover the backward outskirts of the city. The fourth key constituency is the Secunderabad constituency. BJP's G. Kishan Reddy won this seat in 2019 with a vote share of 42%. He is eyeing for a 3rd term from the Secunderabad constituency, where Congress has fielded Danam Nagendra against him. T. Padma Rao Gaud is contesting on a BRS ticket from this constituency. Kishan Reddy, who served as the Union Tourism Minister and Telangana BJP President, won the 2019 Lok Sabha elections here, defeating BRS candidate Talasani Sai Kiran Yadav. Secunderabad, an urban constituency in Telangana, holds considerable political influence. Traditionally, it was a Congress stronghold, with the party winning 12 out of the 15 Lok Sabha elections and 1 by-election. However, the Bharatiya Janata Party has won the last 2 elections here. The fifth and the key last constituency is Malkajgiri. In 2019, the BJP lost the seat to Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy in the 2019 polls, who managed to win this constituency with a very slim margin. This time, the party has fielded former Minister Itela Rajender against Congress candidate Patnam Sunita Mahender Reddy and Ragidi Lakshmi Reddy of the BRS. As the day of the result comes close, speculation about who could win a majority in Telangana is high. While the BJP hopes to ride on the Modi wave, the Congress has been eyeing to translate its assembly success into a Lok Sabha gain. The BRS, on the other hand, sidelined all through, has been fighting its battle to survive in the same state it once held dominancy. So how many seats do you think the BJP will manage to bag in Telangana? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, stay tuned to our channel for more such updates. And this is Afreen Hussain.